we go. Hello. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Happy December already.
I know. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it's the end of the year and we just did a whole other year of doing this, which that part is super
I
fun.
know.
I do enjoy this very much. Every month I look forward
Me
to it. And
too.
I missed seeing you here last month, but I saw you in person. So
Yes.
we got to cheat a little bit and everyone else didn't know that. So yeah. But did it take you a while to recover when we got home? Were you like
No,
beat
I
up?
was fine. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I felt rested. I think I slept very well.
You came home
Everything.
to a sick dog.
Oh yeah, besides that, oh my gosh, that was very stressful.
Yeah.
But she just got better.
Yeah. So maybe it was just like a stomach bug or something?
And I don't know. I really don't know. And what you were saying about like was she stressed because I was gone? I don't know, but it
Yeah.
was really weird because we took her. So Miranda took her to the vet while we were at Shameless,
Right.
and then they couldn't find anything, and then we took her and they couldn't find anything, and then she just started getting better. So
Yeah. And
it
then
was
you were
really
home.
weird.
So it's
Yeah.
like, was it just that anxiety from you being gone?
But that
Maybe.
would be pretty crazy. Like I feel like, are we? Do we have that? Both of us? Do we have that much separation anxiety?
Yeah. And you have left her before with a dog
Yeah.
sitter and she
Yeah.
didn't get sick. So,
No, but you know what? There's like different dogs and stuff. I don't know. I don't
and
know. Like, was it
how
different?
how long have you been living there with Miranda now? It's not that long, so maybe it was just too much for her, all at once. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just trying. I have to figure things out. You know me. I'm like
Yeah.
the
Oh my gosh.
diagnoser.
Kelly's at her work Christmas party, but she couldn't miss it.
Ah, oh,
I
how funny.
love that. Oh, she said, I can't stay, but I will miss y'all. Oh, that's so sweet.
Hi, Kelly. Kelly was our most active group member this month.
So exciting.
Yeah, that's always fun. Always fun. I have our Christmas party for work is next weekend.
Mhm.
And now I have so many employees. I had to rent out a room in one of the restaurants at the wineries. And it's like this whole big shindig happening. It's like, I don't know. It's a little overwhelming, honestly.
That sounds fun though.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I think it's going to be a good time, and it seems so like there have been years, the year I had cancer, we had a luncheon at work. It's all
Mhm.
we did because I was like, we were so messed up in the head after that diagnosis. It was like, and that's when we told everybody, we're like, and by the way,
Oh,
what's going on? And I'm going to go and I'm not going to come back for a while because I need to have treatment. And everyone was just staring like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, it's like, and Merry Christmas.
that's
Hey,
so
hey.
hard.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful, but we had to get everyone together at some point and tell them. And that's just happened to be the time of year that all went down. So
Yeah.
yeah. But my God, 3 years ago already.
Already?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
this is 3 years because I had the mastectomy like Christmas, no, sorry, New Year's Eve day.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm so glad that so far it's staying away and everything is going good.
Oh, me too. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so glad.
That was
Kelly
good.
said, "Who's the guest? I'm so curious." She wants to know before she leaves.
Oh, is the guest available? Let him in.
Yes, she is. Okay, I'll introduce the guest now just for
All
you,
right.
Kelly. Usually we have a little more of a chat, but okay, I feel like everyone's gonna get this really fast. So, but it's exciting. Tonight's mystery author is a USA Today bestseller and a grateful storyteller. She has numerous book series to her credit, including the Bolt Saga, Honor Bound series, as well as upcoming Beyond Forever series. She also co-writes the Blood of Zeus series with Meredith Wild and the Secrets of Stone and Shark's Edge series with Victoria Blue. Her work has been published in 4 languages and featured on the cover of Publishers Weekly. So everyone knows by now, but let me finish. She is a native Southern Californian, leading to her love of being in the outdoors, where she often reads and writes. She lives with her soulmate husband and awesome kiddo, to whom she is a proud cosplay culture con mom. Her passions also include arts and crafts, traveling, and an ever-increasing list of books and movies to fangirl over. You can reach out to her on all major social media sites. Please welcome Angel Payne.
Angel Payne, are you there?
She's coming.
There I am.
Hopefully-
Oh, wait, hold on.
Hi. Hopefully Kelly's still here.
There you are. Hello. How are you?
With the red beret.
Yeah.
I like it.
How's
Super
it
cute.
going?
I know. We're both in our Christmas sweaters.
Yeah.
And I am over here in not anything Christmassy. I didn't even think about the fact that it's December.
It's all right. We're gonna let you stay anyway.
I'm wearing my
Thank
Captain
you.
Marvel.
I thought it was those jammies.
Oh, you know.
Similar.
Yeah. I know. Very similar. Very similar.
Yeah.
I love
It
this.
has
I
been
love it.
so cold. I mean,
I
what?
know.
This is California. What are we
And
doing?
Megan's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, right. But I was looking at the forecast for next week, and there's a day that it's not going to get out of the 40s for the high.
I know.
And I'm like, what? So I instantly go, what am I going to wear that day? Because
I know, right? It's like,
Mm.
I don't know. I still have all my wear from when I was in Colorado last year for all those weeks. So I just kind of
yeah,
pulling out all of that. So
we have, when we get to work in the morning, it's been, the heat's been off all night. And
yeah,
right here is the warehouse, right back here.
yeah.
You know, and because we've moved over to the other building, and the office that we're in, it's like warehouse on 3 walls, and it is so cold in here. I mean, it's probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon until we take our jackets off, like our winter coats.
Oh,
It's
I'm
great in the
sorry.
summer because it stays nice and cool, but ooh, right now it's brutal. It
mhm.
has a space heater, which I had one in the other building. I don't know where that went. I think they might still have it over there, but anyway.
Give me my space heater
I
back
know.
right now.
So what's going on? We haven't talked all day.
I know.
I'm trying to put up my Christmas decorations. So it
Is
took a
that
while.
what you were doing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. There's like not a day that goes by that we usually don't like at least, chit chat, but
Yeah. Not
I know.
today.
I know. Crazy. And I was like actually on and working today. You would have been so proud of me.
Are you going to tomorrow? Because I need to get going here, but yeah.
Tomorrow
I'll
too.
be there. Let's do it.
Tomorrow too. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I wanted to get everything done today, but I didn't. All I got done
Yeah.
was like the beds, but
Mm-hmm.
it's
I
too
know.
many.
Like takes
much.
too long. Takes too
Yeah.
long.
Well, and it's
So-
already like deep into, for me, the holiday season. So I'm like, do I even want to put this shit up? Because, but then I'll leave it up maybe a couple weeks after, especially the
Yeah.
bedding. Because I love bedding so much that I change a bedding in 6 bedrooms to be Christmas bedding. It's like, I'm leaving this shit on these beds,
You are with bedding the way I am with lights.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
love
love bedding. I don't know what
love
the
all the
deal
lights.
is.
I am a
can't-
light girl. We normally do like my husband, Tom, is like, we can't just make it look like we threw shit up. Like it has to be planned,
Yeah.
everything has to be super planned. And he has to have like the plan before.
Does he
we
like draw
put
it out? Is it that plan?
No, it's not like that, but it's like we usually decide like we're gonna do, all white, or we're gonna do like all, like last year we did the house, it was all red and green.
Uh-huh.
But this year I wanted to go completely like with a totally new look, and I was like, I want to do Candyland. So we did like all pink and blue.
Well, and pink is super
and
hot for Christmas this year.
It is.
Probably
It's
were
like,
able to
oh,
find a lot of
pink's a hot
decorations.
color.
Yeah.
So we wrapped all of our support pillars in like pink wrapping, and then we did like pink floods on it and everything.
Yeah.
And then we made, I'll have to take pictures for you.
You're
made,
so
like,
crafty. I can't stand it.
we
We
made
made, even
DIY.
saying that, we made.
and we made these big, like cool, like suckers, like we,
Yeah.
punched them out of foam core, and then we painted them like peppermint. And then we painted them, and we wrapped them like they were, wrapped
Yeah.
suckers and stuff. And then we did
Oh,
like
cute.
candy cane lights and stuff. It was really fun. So
Yeah.
everything's like very pastel.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I decided, because I had to get new trees, because I have to do artificial trees because the place I put my trees, I have two of them and they're right in the same visual line.
Yeah.
So they have to be exactly the same for my brain to be able
Yeah.
to survive
Yeah.
staring at them. And so I got new ones this year because the old ones, they were
Yeah.
done. But
Yeah.
so I was like,
Yeah.
same thing. I want a new scheme here this year. So I went with all metallics, like copper,
neat.
bronze, golds, so
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Fun.
But,
Very cool.
I
have a pre-lit artificial just because, as you know, like I collect ornaments, and so many of my ornaments are, like huge and very heavy, like I have a really great, my favorite ornament is my little, it's, I can't remember her name. I just saw Disenchanted too, but the Disney princess from Enchanted, and she's like this big, and I mean, I've had her, she has the big white poofy dress, and the ornament itself is like 5 pounds, just like the dress,
So. Does your favorite ornament change, or is it always the same one?
Sometimes it changes. Sometimes it changes. I think it all depends, it all depends on what we do that year. And, I have things that I really, really, really love. And you will agree with me on this. I love the ones that readers give to me. Like, we had, we have a mutual, she was a blogger and then a reader, and she's a mutual friend of ours. And she took the clear balls, and then she cut up, or she copied off pages from No Prince Charming, and then cut up the little line. And, I love that ornament.
Yeah, I love that. I think
Carrie, if you're watching,
always going to be one of my favorite ones. Every time I get it out, I'm like, oh yeah, I love that ornament. I make sure it's right in the front, so everyone can see it, because it's such a neat conversation starter too.
Yeah, it is neat. It's just neat when people do that, and they put lots of love, and I love getting those.
I have some from Karen Aguilera too. They're Canada, themed ones. Those are on the tree. It's just funny.
I have a
little trip down memory lane every time you get your Christmas stuff out.
I put Karen's stuff over in, like, I have a couple of shelves that are like just kind of my stuff. That's all, like, I have a lot of things, like Amy from Australia sent us some like cute little, like, they're like little, I'm just gonna be shocked that I still have them, but she sent me like these cute little like clip-on koala bears, that are dressed in Christmas sweaters. Cute. And I put them up every year in all my Canadian stuff. And then the other shelf of that, I call it, Angel's Corner, and the other shelf is, I do one ornament every year. I buy one ornament that, like, it like signifies like whatever I was super obsessed with pop culture wise that year. Like, last year's ornament is a Schitt's Creek ornament, and this year, of course, I did Wanda from Marvel, and I
we have the Twilight ones.
I have my Twilight ones.
I said Bedward and Ella.
And my Black Dagger Brotherhood ones. So it's like whatever I was thinking of even adding a Wednesday one. So, because I
was just watching that. She was doing the dance around him. I watched it like 3 times in a row. I'm like, I am in love with this girl. Oh my God.
Amazing.
I love
her.
And
it's really funny. They were like, oh, how long did you work with, because I saw an interview with her, and they said, how long did you work with the choreographer on that? And she was like, choreographer?
She freeformed it.
She freeformed it. I know.
It this article I was reading and then watching the video, she had COVID when she did that. It was the first day she didn't pop positive yet, but she was sick on set, and then they made her leave. And of course people were slamming a thing. Oh my gosh, why was she even on the set? That it's like, she just said in the interview she didn't know she had it, just ended up being COVID. But so that whole scene, now everyone knows she was sick when she did that. So she still did that performance, not feeling well.
I want that dress.
I know.
I want her cute black dress. I know.
She's adorable.
Have you seen it yet, Megan? Have you seen Wednesday? It's so good.
No, it's on my list. I can't wait to watch it. But I
Oh
haven't
my God,
seen it
every
yet.
weird girl on the planet. I'm not calling you a weird girl, but I am, because
I'm
that's
a
like a
weird
compliment.
girl,
I'm
100%.
totally a weird
Own
girl.
it.
I loved it. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, she's me.
Is she in anything else, that actress? Is
Jenna
she,
Ortega?
yeah.
She, a few seasons ago, she was on You, which, as you know, I love. I love You and Penn Badgley and everything he does. She was on You, and she's doing like a few other things. She's just like
What
a
character
rising
was she
star.
on you?
She was the neighbor's daughter. So
Ah,
she was a little girl. I mean,
yeah,
she's not
yeah.
that old, but
No. Yep.
so, but yeah, she was the
Yes.
neighbor's daughter. So, and I think she was the one who figured out
Yes.
that it was him.
Yep.
Yeah.
She started the whole, at
Yeah.
least, I mean, I only read the first book. Well, I listened to the first book. Did I? Or maybe the second
Well,
one,
the
but I haven't
TV
watched it.
series, the TV series is very different than
Parts.
the books.
Yeah.
They really depart from it, which is what makes watching the TV series so fun.
Yeah.
It's like, it's great because you don't
That
know
book
what you're
was
going to get.
outstanding. That was a good
Oh
one.
my God. I read all those books. I actually, that's one of those that I listen to in audio, because one of my favorite Broadway stars
Yes.
is the audiobook
Yeah.
narrator,
He's
Santino
outstanding.
Fontana. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Outstanding
amazing.
job on that.
He
Yeah.
is amazing. So yeah, crazy, crazy,
Oh,
crazy. Speaking of
so
crazy, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
no,
Go
I
ahead.
was going to
Go
say,
ahead. Here we
no,
go.
for people that have like tuned in, because normally, we do the author comes on. It's not just a dear friend of mine, and we're just going to sit and bullshit all day.
And you were like,
But,
oh, so tell me how you got started. But wait a minute, I know that.
I know that, but we're going to go through some of it to let everyone else that's watching know. What are you working on right now?
I'm working on book 6 in the Blood of Zeus series, which, as you know, is giving me major headaches. You know this more than anybody.
I know we're in the
Yes, I
headache
know.
club right now.
We are in the, I am not to the point where the book is the effing book yet, but I really hope to be there soon. It's just,
I am definitely in the what is going on here stage.
I know what's going on. It's just I'm taking too long to get to it. You know how I get with my dragging pacing problems. So I'm doing that. I'm working on that, and then I'm hoping to switch gears a little and work on my first independent series in a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm really kind of excited about that. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to kind of work that in between the cracks.
Oh my gosh.
I know, but as you know, like from book 5 on in Blood of Zeus, I'm doing the book solo. So
Right.
So yes.
So the workload has stepped up, and responsibility to the readers and all that good stuff. So
yeah, all the basic plagues upon one's self-confidence. So, yes. Yes, but anyways. Casey's. Yeah.
So what
how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I need to get moving. I'm feeling like not panicky yet about the book I'm working on. I need to
I'm panicking. I'm definitely I'm hoping Scott isn't watching this. Sorry, Scott, but I am panicking.
Well, you know better than anyone, it's rare for me to go past deadline.
Yeah.
And I'm so far past deadline right now. And of course, I've spoken to him about it and it's fine. But now I'm like seeing Christmas 2 weeks away. And I'm like, it's not gonna be done then either, because it's Christmas and I've got a family and there's shit going on. And so that part feels really bad. That of all of this stuff, that's what's stressing me out, is not being done with it. I wish I had gone into the holiday season done with that book, but I'm not. So I just, I'm doing the best that I can do. Some nights I sit down and I'm like going, and other nights I sit down and I'm like, well, I don't want to do it.
I just think that, and I think that that's like the biggest lesson I think that I've had to teach myself within the last few years is just to kind of be, not to slack or anything, but to just be kind of, I think, forgiving of yourself sometimes with where you're at,
Right.
I mean, as I've kind of reached this point in this book where I realized that the trajectory that I have like this major, it's the first turning point in the book, and the scene was not working. And I know exactly, and especially with like, I don't want to say especially with paranormal, but I will say it because I've been writing like a lot of the woo-woo paranormal stuff. And when you have like other factors like writing something that has like more of a paranormal element in it, you get these really great ideas. But then what happens is you try to shoehorn those ideas into like, you go, oh, I've got this great idea for this, and in this case, I was trying to really work an idea in, and that was what was standing in my way. I was not letting
the story itself.
I was not letting the characters guide where this scene needed to go. And finally, I had a come to Jesus meeting with myself, and I was like, do you really need this? Is this element serving their love story at all? Is this element serving their relationship at all? This is so stupid. You're taking so long to get to this one part, and it was not working. So I was just.
Were you able to cut that out? Because I know you tore the scene apart.
I cut that part out.
Did you save it?
Oh yeah, I saved it.
Can you save it and reuse it? Like, okay, I do want to hit this element, but it's just not here.
It's just, I don't really even know if it's going to start. I kind of put, I literally have like an extra chapter at the end of the book, extra parts, and then it's like, if it's not serving the book, it's not serving the book, it's like, and, Meredith taught me that, I think that she was just like such a great teacher. Like, she was just like, this is not serving the book, but, I'm writing this one on my own. And so I kind of had to say, what would Meredith do? I said, and what Meredith would do is she would say, we gotta pull this all apart and redo it. So it's killing me because I really want to move on with the story. I really want to move on. But and this book 6 is actually the very last part of Maximus and Kara's arc. We're going to get on to other characters after that. But I really have to kind of wrap up where they're going. So anyways.
It makes me tired just hearing it.
I know. And I know that you're in the same boat. I know that you're in the exact same boat. You've got like, it's like, I don't know. I think that my biggest thing is, like you said, like kind of be more gracious to myself and say, listen, I am not doing anything sitting here forcing myself when it's not happening. I got to get up and go and do something else and come back when I'm ready. And I think that's probably what a lot of people identify writer's block as. And I just see it as, I just need to go do something else and I'll come back. It's not really like I don't know what I want to do or that I have nothing, like there's just blank, because there's never just blank. My head goes in 80 directions all the time, but it's just not in that moment. And it hasn't been often happening where it's toward that story. So that's what's frustrating, because again, the deadline's looming and my brain is not there. So sometimes I have to, get up at 2:30 a.m. because that's my brain's there now. And so then we go right. But, I'm having a really, really bad time with insomnia, really bad, like worse than it's ever been. And so, gosh, I'm so sorry.
I know, because you think, how could it get worse than it was? But last week was brutal. It was brutal. I probably had about 3 hours of sleep in 5 days. I
remember that night. You were like, I'm going to, you were like, I'm hitting it. Like
I go to bed, I fall asleep immediately because I'm so tired. And then I wake up. I'm wide awake, and David was gone half the week. That never helps, when he's gone.
The bane of our existence. Everybody's just like, oh, it's your age. I'm all, no, I was like not sleeping when I was 20, like in college. I was not, so it's
just me. I don't know. But
just in college, it was really fun because I lived in a dorm and I had other people to talk to because there were always
because
like
everyone was up, but
everybody was up in the dorm. Yeah.
Now it's me and Gibby, and he's,
It's funny because was on that panel at Comic-Con this year, and it's so exciting. But they opened it up for like Q&A, and a girl raised over and she says, what do you do as a, as a writer when you're stuck, just, I don't want to call it writer's block. She goes, but what do you do when you're stuck? And I said, I go clean my house.
Right.
And everybody like laughed. I said, no, it's like true, because it just kind of takes your brain
Right.
out of having to focus on it too much,
It's like putting
so.
your brain on the second level, because the first
Yeah,
level,
back
what you're
burner.
cleaning, and your brain shifts back. And then that's when, for me, like ideas come, but probably like
Yeah.
on the third level, like in the shower, driving, you know what I mean? That's when, for me, the best creativity comes on.
I
Or
just
when
get the
I'm
weirdest ideas.
just
Yeah.
about falling asleep.
Yeah. And then you're like, I should get up and write that down. And you're like, fuck,
Yeah.
hell no,
Bing!
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, that word.
So.
You're like, hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. Oh my
Bad
Anyway.
words are allowed, right? It's
Yeah,
fine.
we cuss all the time.
all
the time. So, do you like eggnog?
No.
No. Do
Do
you like
you?
hot toddies? Yeah, I like eggnog.
Yeah, I like hot toddies. Yeah, I do. Do you like candy canes?
I like candy
I
canes.
don't know why. I'm just like
okay.
random
Yeah.
Christmas,
We're just
random
asking
Christmas
Christmas
food.
Do you like gingerbread?
Yes. Who doesn't?
I like it,
Do
but I
you
don't
like-
like it when it's super strong.
How about fruitcake?
No. No.
No,
I have never
not
tasted a
fruitcake.
good fruitcake ever. No,
gross.
maybe once, but it was like a real loose interpretation of it. So,
Mm-mm.
it was
No.
pie. No, just kidding. What else? Have you ever made a gingerbread house?
No. Mm-mm. I've made gingerbread people, like little
Yeah.
cookies and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Tried doing it one year with Caden with one of those kits, and
Did he get frustrated and just like throw it across?
it was a mess. It was a big pile. It looked more like a
Yeah.
teepee at the end. But
Yeah.
and when it was all done, Christmas was done, we put it outside, and the coyotes ate it. They love candy. Who knew? At my house, even the coyotes like candy, right?
I know. The coyotes like everything. Yes. Southern California life. You got to talk about the coyotes.
We have
Do you
one.
get coyotes, Megan? You guys don't get coyotes, do you?
No, we don't.
What
No.
kind of, yeah.
Do you have
do you
fox
get-
though? My sister has fox and
Yeah, they're
deer.
fox and deer. And what else? What else do we get?
What?
Fox and deer, and what else do we get?
We get coyotes.
Coyotes. She said we do get coyotes.
Not as prevalent. But yeah.
Not as prevalent, but we
Yeah.
do get them. I never seen
Raccoons.
one.
Ours are usually like really skinny and starving.
But I have one
Mm.
right now that keeps coming back because David keeps putting food out for it, and it's the same
Ugh.
one. I know it's the same
Why?
one. Because he thinks, he loves animals. He just, if
Oh,
he could let that thing in our house, he would do it. But
oh my God.
I'm putting my foot down there. I'm saying no.
Mm.
But yeah, so he'll have like whatever leftover or something, he'll set it outside and they come by and eat it. And now that bugger comes right up to like the patio. And I said, do you see
Oh
what
my
you're
gosh.
doing? Look at where he is. He's right
Mm.
there, but
And you live like out in like coyote country. You're
yes.
like,
I mean, they're
I live in a suburban area.
Yeah, in a
there's other
housing tract.
houses,
Yeah.
and there's like, a mall 5 minutes up the street, and then there's a mall like 5 minutes the other way and everything. But you like, avocado grove, your house, avocado grove,
lemon grove, avocado grove.
Yeah. I know. Exactly.
They love it there though. And that guy, he looks good. He's not all scraggly like they normally are. 'Cause,
Oh.
David's
He's
feeding
like
him.
He's like alpha coyote.
He's
Yeah.
always by himself though too, which is odd because normally they're in a pair.
They're usually like in at least a pack. Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
they run around
Right.
together. So, oh my
He
goodness.
doesn't want to share his his New York strip or whatever the hell he's eating out there. I don't know. Funny. So
Oh my
funny.
goodness gracious.
So
Crazy.
do we have questions, Megan?
We do. And the first one, I'm also asking for myself. It's from Crystal. Angel, how do you get your lipstick to stay on so good?
It's
And what shade
Korean.
is it? I love it.
It's
Korean.
it's a Korean. I got it at like CVS, and I got like every color that they have. It's I don't remember the brand. I can tell you afterwards. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
post it on the comment. in
it's
the-
I got it at CVS. It's a Korean brand and it literally stays on until you like take it off. It is
Do you use primer?
amazing stuff. You know, I did tonight. I do
Yeah.
use primer, like and believe it or not, I just kind of use like I don't use like a special
primer.
primer. I just
Yeah.
kind of use I just use face primer for it.
It
But
works.
um
Because mine will bleed if I don't do primer.
yeah.
Like I like it's called lip injection from Too
Oh,
Faced.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a
you
good-
like that Too Faced stuff. Yeah, you tried to get me hooked on it, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm still a Bliss girl," but that's okay.
Yeah. I think, well, no, I have a couple of products of theirs, but that's one that I use
Yeah,
pretty much every day.
I
They're-
really wish this
primer.
company, like, I was looking for black around the holidays. They don't make it in black. This is the darkest color they make it in, but I have
Yeah.
it in a lot of different other colors.
I wonder if
So,
you could blend your black into it and it still hold as
maybe.
well.
Yes, I do
Mm.
have some really good black stuff though. So
Yeah. All right.
I know my kiddo had a friend come and visit us from, as you know, from the Czech Republic.
Right.
It was a delightful young person who came and was very into like going shopping. They're also non-binary, like my kids. So their main aesthetic was just I said, well, what are you looking like? Because they're like, they don't sell this kind of stuff in the Czech Republic. So they really wanted to go shopping for like clothes and makeup. And
Yeah.
I said, so what is your like aesthetic? And they answered, goth old lady. That was literally what, and I just like howled with laughter.
Goth cottage
I'm
core.
sorry, I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
I said, I think that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. So
funny.
I know,
What does that look like? Goth old lady, like,
lots of like frilly blouses,
yeah, like cottage core.
like Tweety Bird's grandma, like Tweety Bird's mother,
yeah.
like, with the little high ruffles up to the neck and long
Oh, I bet they love
skirts.
Gucci because they've got plenty of that.
Yeah, big boots and, like big, like granny boots and stuff. And yeah, I was hauling this kid everywhere. We were doing a lot of thrifting.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was fun. But yes, I was like, not a
My
bad
kids
aesthetic.
love thrifting. I still cannot get that.
Thrifting's awesome.
Oh,
I
I
love
love thrifting. I
thrifting.
love it.
Yeah, they love it and find some killer things. I don't
Yeah.
have patience for that, I think is what
Did I
it
show
is,
you
right?
my big, hold on. It's right over here in my closet.
Okay.
I'm going to go get it so that,
Okay.
so that Megan can ooh and ah. Hold on. Hold on. It's right over here.
I got a sweater with Tweety Bird on it, and I was
Oh,
so
cute.
excited.
Yeah.
I got these. This was my big thrift find for the summer when we were out doing look at these things. How adorable
Oh.
are these?
Oh, I love
Sorry, you
them.
can't see them. They're sparkly.
Wow. Yeah, those
They're
are neat.
kids. They're kids. They are Kate Spade.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Oh,
Kate
wow.
Spade kids.
Yeah.
I got them brand new in my size at a thrift store for $13.
Oh my gosh. Because I bet
I'm
you they
bragging.
were $150 on Kate Spade.
$13, and they'd never been worn. Like they still have
Nice.
the tags
Yeah.
in my size.
Nice.
I know. I love them. Sorry about that.
That is the
Look,
score.
don't you love the way I can disappear from my background?
Yeah. David had one of those one time, like at work, and it was the company logo. And he's like, what do you think I'm going to do this for my next webinar? I'm like, no, because like where one of the letters is making his head like go pointy. And it was just so funny looking. I'm like, no, don't do that. So this
Well, I've
background is good though. It doesn't make it funny.
Tom's trying to really like work with these because this is kind of I'm going to start doing like a weekly thing, from the Payne Passion page, and
Yeah.
so Tom got me this great new, really cool camera, and so we've
Yeah.
been experimenting with backgrounds and stuff. So it's been fun.
Cool.
It's been fun. We're going to start doing that. So,
Nice. That's fun.
Yeah, I
I
know.
love doing this little feature
I
every month.
You
It's-
doing this
I look
too.
forward.
I love it. You are awesome. And I know it's like so funny because Megan was like, do you want to be the mystery author? I'm like, I thought you never asked. I'm so excited to do this. So
when we first started it, I said, let's not have any of the Waterhouse gang on because we all
Yeah.
show up everywhere together all the time. And I think people will be expecting that first. So we pushed that back. So
Am I like, no, you've had Helen on, right?
no,
Did you have Helen on? Am I your
no,
first
I was on
waterhouse person?
Helen. Helen had me
Oh,
on.
yeah.
She used to do a tea time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was on that, but
Yeah.
she hasn't come on this. No, you're the first one.
I'm honored.
I mean, I had other misadventures people on.
Yeah.
You know, like Lauren Rowe was on, and
Yeah.
who else? I don't know. Now it's been like
There's like-
3 years we've been doing this.
Julie Morgan. I think you had Julie Morgan on once, didn't you?
She hasn't
Nope.
been on.
No.
Okay.
But I think she, hopefully, because we just were at Shameless, so I said to Megan, go meet some people and start asking about mystery author chat, because we need new people. So we got a fresh crew coming in.
I know. I'm bummed I missed Shameless. Tell me about it.
It
I'm
was
like,
a good time. It was a
Yeah.
good time. You know, Angie, of course, has been doing it for so long that she makes it look seamless, honestly. That show goes off and you're like, this just keeps going, like nothing's
Yeah.
going wrong. And
but I think this was
sure
her
there
last
is.
year,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Or is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's it. But
You know, yeah, eventually you just kind of get to the point. I mean, it's hard work planning these things.
Yeah.
Hard work.
and it's a big one. There are a lot of people there and a lot of authors, but it was
Yeah.
not for me, because you know how I am. You know how I am. I didn't love the hotel.
Mm.
We just came
Didn't
out of
you
the
guys do
Aria.
it at a Disney?
Yeah,
Disney
it
hotel?
was right on Disney Springs.
Or a
I
Hilton?
mean,
It
right
was the
there.
Hilton.
Was it a
Was
Hilton?
it the Hilton?
Megan, do you know? I don't
Was it the
remember.
It was.
Hilton?
It was.
It was a Hilton. That
Yeah.
place was as old as Disney World itself.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, probably.
You know how things
Probably
start
was.
smelling in Florida when they're that old?
Yes.
So, but
Yeah.
again, we were just at the Aria, you know, the week before.
Yeah.
And so I walked in this place. I'm like, are we staying here?
Well, and I was at that brand new, I stayed just like a few blocks up the street on the other side from where you stayed
But that
in
Gaylord, right?
Vegas.
Oh, at
No, I
Vegas,
stayed
yeah.
at the Virgin. It's a brand new, they took over the property from what used to be the Hard Rock. And it was beautiful. It was
I
very,
didn't
very
know that
beautiful.
they take it down and redo, or they just renoed the place.
I think they kind of renovated the place, but it was fun. But it was hilarious because, you know, my friend slash sort of PA, who lovingly calls herself my booth bitch.
Yeah.
She comes with me to all these, you know, the signings that are located locally. And so she was my my roommate. You know, I invited her to stay with me. And it was funny because she came in the night before me and we were on a call like the night before, and I went, we're in a 6 room. We're totally in a, there was just like, it was crazy how many like features of this room I said, this room was like designed for sex. And so
For
she was
hotel
like,
room sex.
"Oh." I know, it was hysterical. Like the beds had like these padded bumpers along the like the footboards, but they were like all padded. And so I go, yeah, see, these are to hang on to. And shit, poor Carrie was just like, oh my God.
Did it have a bench at the, you know, like at the foot of the bed?
It didn't have a bench. It was like the bed had like a bolster, but it was like attached to the bed and it was padded. And then they had all kinds of like mood lighting in the room. Like it was like the lights could dim in certain ways. And I'm all, this is for sex. So it was just kind of funny. It was hysterical. So
everything is for sex in a hotel room.
I know. Well, but remember, we were also there. We were there the weekend before Halloween. So yeah, it was a wild and crazy time at the Virgin. It was really wild and crazy. So yeah, there was like, you know, we were like, and then Carrie didn't believe me. And then like in the middle of the night, we got woken up because there were like these girls. We were like a couple of doors off the elevator landing, and there were these girls, and they were just tee-heeing they were like, and it was just like so funny. And you could hear a guy going, thanks, ladies. And they were like, thanks, we're lots of fun.
Oh my
God. I was
God.
just like, and I looked at her and I went, I'm on 6 rooms. And then it was so funny because then we got up the next morning to go to the signing.
Yeah.
And we, you know, walked out onto the elevator landing, and there were like all these feathers, all like somebody had been, I said, strippers. See?
How
Sex
funny.
rings.
At least you didn't say condoms, because that would be bad. I'm trying to think where I was somewhere with the kids and there was a condom on the ground. Where the hell was that?
Is that like, that's like the bra we found in our room at Planet Hollywood?
I know.
The
And I was
bra,
telling everyone that story in
the
Vegas,
pink
you
bra.
know, I'm
Yeah.
like, I refuse to stay at that hotel. And then I have to tell the bra story. And
Yeah.
uh,
Yes. 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 I was
Helen
telling
stayed there. Helen stayed there. I'm like, you're staying at the Planet Hollywood. And she's like, yeah, I didn't know. And I'm like, oh my God, why didn't you ask me?
So
If you
what
want
did
to
she
know
say? Did you
anything
get
about
her?
a hotel, ask me, because I'm the biggest hotel snob that I just, and so, yeah, no Planet
There with
Hollywood.
you, sister. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Megan, you're going to have to interrupt because this is how it goes. You won't get a word.
This
in
is how it goes
edgewise.
when the two of us are together. Yes.
I've been muting myself, but I don't think I was on mute, and I was laughing really hard a second ago. So
No, that's
sorry
okay.
about that.
That was like a tremendous confidence boost because you were like laughing at what I was saying. So.
Okay, Sarah wants to know for both of you, what is your favorite holiday book or movie?
Ooh.
I
Oh my
love Home
goodness.
Alone. I'm going to say Home Alone. I know it's kind of an easy answer, but as far as movies, because I haven't seen a movie in a long time. And I like Die Hard okay, but it wasn't the Home Alone was better.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love those ones when I was a kid, like The Heat Miser and you know those Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer one and
Yeah.
Snowman,
I
they were, like,
loved those little
claymation.
Bankin' and was it Bankin' and Rats? Bankin' and what's that? No, I don't remember. Oh my God. My favorite holiday book or movie. That's interesting. I mean, every year at Christmas when I was growing up, we used to watch Sound of Music for some strange reason. It's not a Christmas movie, but we used to
Oh.
watch it. I know.
I
love
remember that coming on at my grandmother's house. So it was either at Easter they played Wizard of Oz at Easter, always.
It's
I don't
not
know why.
Sound. Yeah, Sound of Music isn't Christmas, but we used to
No.
watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
I
remember Miracle on 34th Street?
I do like the corny. I like the corny like lifestyle, like life, like I like the corny Hallmark style movies, but not like I like the smart ones. There
Yeah.
was a wonderful one that I saw last year that was a male rom-com, and I loved it. It was
Yeah.
just wonderful. Who was in it?
On the Hallmark Channel? No.
No. Well, no, Hallmark Channel does have LGBT.
Really?
Yeah, God bless them. Yeah, it's great. And I mean, not God
Go
bless them, that's a
Hallmark.
horrible thing
I'm
to say.
surprised to hear that.
No, Hallmark is great. Yeah, Hallmark is really starting to open up,
was the one we
really,
watched?
really, and God bless. I really do I love the LGBT rom-coms. I love them. Over the summer, I saw one that had Bo and Yang in it that they all went to like an island, and I don't remember. I think it was like actually called Love Island or something, but that was an awesome one. But
Reminds me of The Bachelor.
I love anything with good writing, anything that's it has to be smartly done. I love Love Actually. I'll watch that one. That's a really good one. So but like I said, it's got to be like really, really well done. Otherwise, like I'll get like a half an hour into it and like, nope, next. So, like I
Yeah.
said, like the smartest thing I've seen on TV lately was Wednesday. It was just great. I may just rewatch it just because I
Yeah.
loved it so much.
Yeah.
But
I still
yeah,
don't
I'm
watch the
sorry,
Elvis one.
Sarah. I know that probably did not answer your question right.
I watched a Christmas movie about a romance author who fell in love with someone that looked like the guy, or that actually was the guy in her cover. It was on, I think it was the Hallmark Channel. Anyways,
Is that
I'm not
Sandra Bullock's one? That one?
No,
No,
I don't
no.
know who was
Say
in
she
it,
doesn't
but
fall in love with him.
Christmas
she-
Ever After. Yeah, Christmas Ever After. I was just asking my girlfriend what was
Okay.
it called. It was really good. I don't usually watch movies like that, and I really liked it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Of course, I thought about Victoria. I was like, oh my gosh, a romance author. I want to watch this. I watched it.
Just keeps adding to
did-
the.
I did love that Sandra Bullock movie. That was a great movie.
I have
the one with
heard
Channing
so many
Tatum.
people from like different parts of my life tell me that movie is so good. So it's not
well
just like
done.
people in the romance world, it's like other people. Yeah, and it's
I
just,
went
so
to
it must
see
be
it
good.
by-
It appeals to everyone.
I went to see it by myself, and I'm glad I did because I cried. Like there
Oh
were just
yeah.
so many parts of it that were really affirming, because you go through life and like so many times, you'll get, like the girls, I don't, not just on the women at my Pilates studio, but oh, you're an author. What do you write? I'm like, I write romances. And, it's like, you get like the glazed look. They're like, oh, okay. It's
I
just
think I
like,
talk to more men during the day just because of being in the construction
yeah.
industry. So if it does
And
come
they're
up,
probably
people
more
are
like,
like,
right
they're
on.
like,
Yeah,
that's so great. Yeah.
I
I
know.
don't get that a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
I get it more from women than
Yeah.
men. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I know. And it's just, it's like when you do get somebody who's like, I love romance, you're like, oh, yay.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. And you know that those girls are like, the ones that do oh, you're like, oh,
You're reading that
you
shit at
read
night too.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
Okay, Annette wants to know, Angel, what's your favorite genre to write?
Oh, my favorite?
Yeah.
It kind of all depends. It really does all depend. Obviously, I really do like things that lean toward, fantasy or lean toward, the woo-woo stuff. But, I've been writing a lot of that, and I'm really excited to maybe get back to something that's just more straight up like,
Romance.
contemporary suspense, angsty. I just want something that's going to grab me, just if I get an idea that engages me emotionally, I don't try to like fit what I do into something, and I just try to write things that are, that I feel super passionately about. Undoubtedly, the hero is going to be a little more on the alpha side because that's what I like to, that's what I love stuff with big concepts and yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody's like, oh, what do you like to write? I'm passionate about what I'm doing right now. Um, I do love like, the research part of it. I love the fact that, I've been living in the world of mythology and, tying in, twining in like classic literature and, like the first 3 books of the Zeus series were all really twined with Dante and with the Inferno, and then the books 4, 5, and 6 are actually twined more with Alice in Wonderland and sort of going down the rabbit hole and that whole world of being in a world that you don't really know anything about and finding the truths about your own life, because you're that fish out of water, and I've really loved that, so I do like that, I like to kind of, I don't know, work in history and literature and stuff, since that was, I guess sometimes you just get that when you've got somebody who was an English major, but I just love good storytelling. I know that's kind of a non-answer, but
That's 2 non-answers for you.
I know,
Next
seriously.
one better
Somebody
be an
asked me
answer.
somebody asked me something easy like pie or cake,
Yeah.
Here's one that you might be able to answer easily. Gina said, what did you think of the new Black Panther movie?
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. All right.
This
How
is
much
not
time
an
does
easy
everybody
answer.
have?
I've already heard it. It's not easy.
Okay. I liked it. I did not love it. And here's why. I thought Angela Bassett was amazing. I thought Letitia was beautiful as Shuri. I think that she had a lot of responsibility unexpectedly heaped on her shoulders. And I think she did a beautiful job, especially because I don't think she ever signed on to Black Panther knowing that she was going to be anything more than the sidekick, smart ass sister. I loved the visual effects. I thought it was a beautiful movie. But I thought the script was too long. It could have been about 20 minutes shorter. and probably carried more of an emotional impact for me. But I loved the fact that it introduced some characters. I loved the fact that it moved some more. I'm trying not to give away spoilers, you know. I love the fact that it did move the Marvel universe along. And, you know, as a huge overarching Marvel fan, it was really fun to see some old favorites come back into the scene. It was fun to see some new characters come in, and it's a really unpopular because like a lot of people don't like where they're taking Phase 4, but I think Phase 4 is like their best yet. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do next. So I cannot wait for Quantumania.
Quantumania.
Quantumania. It's the next
Quantumania.
it's the next movie that's
Mhm.
going to be in the universe, and it's actually the next part of Ant-Man's story, but
Oh.
it's
Well, I
finally
know
think,
someone that'll be happy about that.
exactly. I know. I'm really excited, but it looks like it's going to be a little more serious. It's going to give Paul Rudd a chance to sort of stretch his acting chops a little bit, I think.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. And of course, Kang has already been shown in the trailers. So I'm really excited to see Kang the Conqueror come back. So it's going to be fun to see him. So yes. Excited.
right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Angel. Crystal wants to know what made you start writing.
What made me start writing? I loved reading. And I really got into romance after I got out of college, and I was just reading romance passionately. And I'd had professors all the way through college just say, you really need to write. Like, this is what you need to do. This is what you were born to do. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Because in college, I wanted to be Madonna or an MTV VJ.
Right.
I wanted to be in, you know, like DJ. I was, you know, a DJ, and I wanted to be on MTV, and I'm dating myself, but that's really what I wanted to do. And then I just started to get into romance, and I just thought, I want to make other people feel this way. And the series that really did it for me was the Velvet series by Jude Devereaux. I loved it because I think it was like the first series I wrote, and it was only 4 books, but she just like twined all these stories together. And I was like, this is just so cool. Like, they're like the guy from book 1 is in this one, and they're all like, you know, and it was really, really a great idea. So I loved it. And you know, that was back in the day when you wrote your first book, and then you had to go get it critiqued, and then you had to enter it into a billion contests and get feedback, and then you had to have a mentor, and then you had to, like, you know, it took you years to even like you had to land an agent because you couldn't talk to a publishing company without an agent. And so it took me a really long time to sell my first book, but you know, I think that whole process really made me a better writer. So
While you were doing that, did you write other things, or did you keep working and polishing that same story?
I worked and polished that same manuscript, and believe it or not, it was really funny. I first wrote a full-on, like, I'm talking 125,000 words worth of a time travel romance that pretty much, I mean, I may resurrect the idea one day, but you know, it was about a jet fighter pilot that nosedived through he crashed in the middle of Stonehenge and then traveled back to medieval England. It was a great concept. But it just sucked. It was a really big book. And so then, you know, I concentrated on Trade Winds, which is my pirate book, and just worked it. And then as soon as I got my agent and landed my agent, she was like, okay, we're going to start shopping this. And so by the time she like found a publishing company that wanted to publish it, that was when I started working on my next book. And so I was like halfway through that book by the time we sold the pirate book. And so, and then, you know, that publishing house bought like a 3-book deal. So, so, you know, I was already well into the other book by the time, you know, I sold. So, you know, but my biggest mistake was giving up. That was, you know, I got like 4 or 5 books into my career and just decided this is just not going to go anywhere for me. And I gave up. And, you know, my best friend at the time didn't give up. And as we know, she became a multiple New York Times bestseller. So
Right.
there's the life lesson that I learned about that was.
It's hard to say though, because you still don't know. There's no guarantee that, you know,
No,
what
there
would have
isn't.
happened, what wouldn't have happened. You had a lot going on in your life. That's the route you're, you know, that
Yeah.
was the way
Yeah.
your path went at the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no, I don't know. For me, I'm always like, there's no sense in, oh, I wish I would have, oh, what if?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, well, you
exactly. I
didn't,
think
and so
everybody's
let's go
path
with this.
is,
Yeah.
everybody's path is super different. And I think that that's the biggest, I think, hole that I fall into. You know this about me,
Mhm.
you know this vividly about me, is, you know, that whole comparing yourself to other people, not only like what the success or what you perceive to be the success, but just like in writing pace. And, you know, and I think that to a certain extent, we're all driven like that. You know, we're all driven by the need to, like, you know, I don't think, you know, you have to be driven to kind of believe in your work and to believe it. But then it's like, there's that flip side where those ugly insecurities just eat away at you, you know, and it's just, it's a never ending struggle. I don't know. I know absolutely nobody in this business. I mean, I think if you were just to talk to if you were even to talk to the girls at the top, the women, these beautiful women that are, you know, on the top of their careers and stuff, they'd say the exact same thing and confess the exact same insecurities, you know?
Right.
So, you know, it's, you know, Shayla Black just once said to me, she goes, there's always going to be somebody who, you know, has more than you, or is writing faster than you, or is publishing more than you, or gets that deal that you wanted with Netflix.
Right.
And she goes, nobody is, you know, she was, you know, you talk to Sylvia Day and Sylvia Day wants to be, I don't know, Il James, and you talk to Il James and she probably wants to be somebody else. And it's like, you got to be happy in your own skin.
Right.
So it's the great existential conundrum.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it's almost 10? So that means it's almost 7 for
That's
both of
crazy.
you.
Yeah.
But I know that this has been asked before for Victoria, but at least, you know, maybe you have a different answer, or Angel, you can chime in. What is your favorite book you've ever written?
My favorite book I've ever written?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm proud of a lot of them. I think, you know, I don't think that
You
there's.
didn't say, what are you most proud of? She said, what's your favorite?
Maybe
I
it changes
think
by the
it's
day, right? I don't know.
I think it's a tie between probably No Prince Charming and Bolt. I just, you know, I'm really still super proud of Bolt, just because Bolt came from such like you know, I mean, up until that time, I don't think anybody had like tried something like a superhero thing. I know that there's been people that have done it before, but to my knowledge, there wasn't. And as you guys know, you know, I'm such a huge, you know, I love the genre and I love superheroes and what they stand for and things. And I just was terrified. I think I'm really proud of it because I was really terrified to write it. I was super scared to do it. And the reason I love No Prince Charming is not only because of my wonderful co-writer, but I mean, above and beyond all of that, I think that we wrote that book like nobody was watching us, and nobody was watching us. And it was just so fun for us to do. It was just like, we both just kind of had such a blast with the characters. We didn't plan it. We just kind of let it go where it was going to go. And we had so much fun with it. It was just, I think that was why I really loved that process. You know, I loved the whole process of Secrets of Stone.
There's
So-
something about the beginning of everything. I always say this, like, enjoy your first time. You only get the first time once. And
Yeah.
that was the first time. I mean, that was literally my first book. That was the first time for you co-writing, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, and even the first time of that series and introducing the stone world and all of that
Yeah.
stuff. So once you do it, then you can't get that feeling back ever. It's always, you know, you do it and then it's,
But we might try.
yeah, well,
Wink, 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 wink.
I'm not saying anything.
We might try.
Well, there's lots of love for No Prince Charming and Bolt coming through, and Sharon says we need more Bolt.
I got to meet Sharon
from their lips to
in
Waterhouse Presses ears.
Orlando.
Yeah, they own the rights to it. What?
we met Sharon in Orlando. I don't
Yay.
think I met her before. So that was so nice. It's always nice
Aw.
to meet people and, you know, put faces to names.
It
and
is. It is. It's really
little
nice.
profile
yeah.
pictures.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my
Woo.
gosh.
Well, it's already been an hour, and so let's do our giveaways before we
Yay.
go. My girlfriend just baked a cake and brought it in, so it's like telling me, okay, time to get off now.
I want a piece of cake.
I know.
I
I'll
love
send
cake.
one virtually.
Nice.
Okay,
right.
so what are you gonna do for a giveaway? I know, Victoria, you have something special today.
Yeah, I always do a book of the person's choice. And then I also have the whole, and I didn't bring it. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I have the bag from Shameless, and there's probably 4 or 5 books in that bag and all the swaggy stuff that they give you. There's a tumbler and other stuff, you know, a fan and
Fun.
paper swag. And yeah, so
Yay.
it's
Cool.
and the bag itself is nice. So it's an extra something because Merry Christmas, y'all.
And Megan, you can pick 2 winners for mine. I'm going to give
Okay.
away 2 signed copies of this beautiful baby here.
I
This
love
is
that
brand
color.
new. It releases on Tuesday. Bridge of Souls, book 4,
So
and I will also
exciting.
be including some Zeus swag with it. So,
Nice.
some
Nice.
of
Okay,
my-
well, Amy
some
always
of my-
helps me with choosing the winners, so we already have some chosen. So for Victoria, it's Crystal, and
All
for
right.
Angel, it's Terry and April. So
Nice.
Okay.
Amy
Could you
or I
have
will be
Terry and
judging.
April? Could you please DM me so I can have you fill out my form so I don't lose track of who you are?
Absolutely.
Yes, so they can just, you guys just go ahead and DM me, and we'll get you all straightened out, and I'll get these beautiful babies handed out to you. And
Yay.
everybody remember that Bridge of Souls releases on Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
So hopefully it was worth the wait, Angel. We made you wait so long, but
It went
It
so
was
fast.
Totally worth the wait. And Ms. Vic, I guess I'll see you in our writing sprints tomorrow.
I will be there.
It is going to be a makeup-less and maybe even a bra-less day for me. So I really
Every
gotta
day
work.
is a braless day around here.
Yeah, I gotta run the kid back up to school in the evening, but that's all. I
Oh, yeah. So we got to get on early and get a lot done.
Yes. So I'll
Okay.
see you in the morning.
All right. I'll be there.
Crack that whip.
Bye.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a great holiday.
Happy holidays, everybody. And go enjoy that cake, Miss Megan.
Yeah.
I will.
Jealous. All right. Bye.
Bye. See you guys next month.
Bye. See you guys
Bye.
later.